don't use it, you lose it.
Wanna know why? Why?
Because you're fucking weak, that's why.
Hey, what's up, everybody? JTC, we're coming at you with the Culture Stream podcast. Today, we got the brother Tones here.
Yo, what the fuck, man?
Brother Jude.
Hi, guys.
Brother Zoe.
What's up?
And we got a special guest in the background on the casting couch here.
Keep your clothes on, please.
Brother Elijah Benson.
Aho.
So yeah, today, episode 4. Yeah, episode 4, I believe.
Sacred number 4.
Sacred 4. So we got some topic ideas that we want to bring to light. Topic number 1. What the fuck was up with the Oscars, man? I feel like we were snubbed, man. When I say we, I mean Lily.
That's my baby doll. No, nobody snubs my baby doll. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
What was your guys' reaction to that?
I was fucking pissed. I broke my TV.
I didn't even watch it, to be honest. I went and broke every TV in my house.
What about you, Elijah?
Man, I got like real emotional about the like the dancing and everything, you know? And I thought it was gonna be the prelude to the victory, you know?
Fuck yeah! They fucking really greasing everybody up with the fucking dancing and the videos, everyone's singing. Next thing you know,
getting A's.
Hey, shout out to Norris.
Norris with the slam.
Yeah.
Him and who was it? Mason Big Horse.
Bro, they're all decked out. That shit's dope.
Yeah.
Their suits with all their ribbon work on. What's it called? What's it called?
Yeah,
okay.
It's called ribbon work.
Ribbon work, right? Yeah, with the
Yeah.
ribbon work on it. Shit, that shit look dope.
I'm pretty sure it's
Applique.
No, but after their after party, Mason was sending snaps to the old lady, and that's her relative, and he was just like, "Check this out, no fucking way." They're playing that Wajazi song in the bar through the speaker system.
I heard a story one time. There's a drum group out there.
Who?
Can't tell you.
Fuck, say it.
Let's say my story is just a story I
Is
heard.
Patreon's gonna pay for that shit?
But anyways, they went to a strip club and here they gave a CD to the owner because they knew it. Didn't hear they fucking played that powwow CD. And the dancers were all dancing. Then they ran up there and then they was like, "Hey, cut it off."
But back to being snubbed. I bet you guys watched the video the movie that, what's the name? Was it Emma Stone?
Emma Stone's whack ass Poor Things.
Yeah, did you watch that?
Man, her acting was so
Nah.
whack on her.
She's like basically, I can't stand that fucking movie, man. Because she's honest, the shit she did on there, I was like, it's trash, and they gave her a fucking Oscar for that. She basically was a mime.
A mime.
Oh God, I'm a mime.
Well, like I said.
Before I was interrupted.
Anyways.
I thought you were gonna go off on it.
Oh, I was, but I was like, I think we already talked about it, but it was before the mics came on.
Want to say it again?
Well, like I said earlier, the white guys were going to let the natives win. And the show made the natives look good, but made the white guys look bad.
Hell yeah.
And for the academies to let somebody win like that, not going to happen.
Yeah.
Especially for native to win over...
I think when we got the Academy Awards, that was it.
That was like all right, you
Just
guys got
give 'em
enough.
one.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. Because I don't think anybody, whoever's won the Academies, never won was it Oscar?
No, they're the same thing. It's the Golden Globe.
There's two different things.
Yeah.
But like, there's like something like if one of them won that first one, no one's ever won the second one, I think. So it's kind of like, well, here goes your guys' like trophy. Get the fuck out the way now, kind of. What about you? What do you think, Elijah?
I don't know what to think.
Oh, did you see that other movie?
No, I didn't see that, but I don't know. It's just, you know, I like to like do videos and stuff too, so I have a different approach to it. But getting snubbed wasn't the move. I thought, you know, like any kind of. She put on a great, awesome performance, you know, but I couldn't. Yeah, I'm still in disbelief, to be honest.
Yeah. I think also too though, it's like steps. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And she like showed that like look we could be there. For a lot of people, I think, especially like kids, you know. I'm too old to be chasing my dreams now. So
In the beginning of the award show, you kind of seen it coming because fucking that what's his name, Jimmy Kimmel. He's kind of almost bashing the movie.
oh yeah, and he said something about driving.
Yeah, it's so long you can drive to Oklahoma and still watch. Like,
Oh, you could drive to Oklahoma and solve the murders yourself.
yeah, like,
damn, I missed that part.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it kind of
that's
like
wild.
it was. They're putting that on the back window, and because that movie that Stone Girl did, fucking, it barely came out like a month ago.
Yeah. And it was on Hulu, right?
Yeah,
Damn, that sucked.
so it's like it's basically fucking Edward Scissorhands, but in a girl's fucking storytelling. Yeah, so I was fucking pissed. Sorry, baby. Sorry, Lily.
Shout out to Lily.
Was
You got
your,
our support.
Is your household mad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Kelsey just beating you up after that?
Yeah.
Taking it out on you?
They put all them blankets away.
Oh no.
I experienced a reign of terror. No, just kidding. Next topic, though. Before we get in trouble with this one, go ahead to Tones. What's the next one?
Facebook drama.
Let's see which one was it?
Has there been any Facebook drama?
There hasn't been. So it's been a good week.
Some guy tried to talk shit to us though.
Actually, where were you when Facebook blacked out for like 5 hours?
I woke up and I was like,
sleeping.
fuck, I got hacked.
I thought too that I got hacked too. It's like fuck.
How about you, Elijah?
I don't be going on there like that, so I heard about it later.
He's
you know?
humble. He don't even check it.
Like I mess around on it, but I don't, you know, I'm not religiously, you know, checking it, you know, like that.
Send nudes
It's not my
on it.
Tinder. Yeah, I thought I got hacked too. It took me 2 days to get back in.
Oh wait.
For real?
For real.
Look at all the dirty stuff you watch. That's right.
Yeah. It's all that
Fuck
shit you
this
send
guy.
me.
Be a nasty guy on out.
Hey man, you send me all that stuff.
So who's the dude that was trying to send a diss track?
Oh man, lame ass dude who never get picked up by nobody. Whack ass. He's just like, I don't know his name.
I don't understand how it came about. Like we talked about using his post as an example, but I don't know if he took it in a disrespectful way because he made it like a video on TikTok. I don't know if you guys seen the video.
What was
It
his
was
post that
you
we
didn't
used?
really you guys didn't really say anything about his post. It was just like saying how basically it was just saying like people should respect, like people should
It goes back to the topic that we shed light on about drum groups getting like a kickback.
YouTubers using the drum groups.
Yeah, and I think I don't know if he did a video. He sent me an inbox with a recording, and he's like, "Is this you?" And
What a whack ass diss track, bro. That motherfucker can't rap.
I
to
thought
save
it
his
was a
life.
diss track.
Nah,
I
man,
don't know.
fuck that. Fuck that dude, bro. You gonna sit here and be nice about it? Nah, fuck that guy. That dude's fucking whack, bro. How you gonna sit there and talk shit and then be like, "Oh, bro, I didn't know that was you. Was that you? I don't know." Let's fuck out of here. You know what the fuck you're doing?
Yeah.
And you're backpedaling because no one's fucking backing you. Did he go make a TikTok about it? When I was talking about you go on TikTok to get fucking recognition because no one else wants to fucking listen to you. So he goes and does that whack ass shit, and then JT goes and reposts it for some reason. But he was just sitting there like they're talking about how, you know,
So you're scaring me.
drum groups don't get no help, and then all of a sudden they're
You
like,
got that crazy look in your eye.
"Nah, man, it's
Just
just
that one eye's way down there.
nah, man, just that shit's bro, you a fucking grown ass man. Like
Can we light sage in here?
Yeah.
you're just a grown ass, like you a grown ass man. Like shit ain't like everybody has their own opinion. Like you don't sit there and try to be like, it's like you're like I don't know. He's like trying to mock it, like mock the conversation about it.
Yeah.
And like to me, it's just like, bro, he's just a hater. Like
Yeah.
just because nobody fucking asked you to sing with them, you don't fucking get to go sell CDs or whatever the fuck it is. Like, fuck out of here.
I think
I don't know. That's
Don't
just,
edit this shit out either.
that's just how I feel. Yeah, don't edit it. That's
They
just how I
this
feel.
is our Patreon.
they don't know the struggles of a singer, so they don't fucking know. They don't travel like how singers travel and all that, and they make money off of selling CDs.
Yeah.
So people that actually talk don't know shit about the struggles of a singer.
I bet you half of these people that talk shit can't live a fucking summer on the road by themselves. By just going from power to power. They don't know how it is.
Yeah.
You know, like until you go out there and you fucking travel every weekend, go and get a hotel somewhere or go stay at someone's house for the summer just to stay on the road, like you don't know how it is fucking living, fucking bring a red and loaf of bread, chips, fucking dollar menu,
Sugar sandwich.
Sleep for
fucking mayonnaise sandwich. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people don't understand that. Like
What?
we as singers, we have to freaking like to get a name out there, we have to do good to fucking make it to the next power.
I don't even think that. I think it's like same thing as like fuck there'd be no power if there wasn't no drums.
Yeah.
They're literally the most important, and I have to sound cocky, the most important thing out of the whole entire power is the drums.
Yeah. What are you gonna stand there and dance to a
Yeah.
recording?
Like once
Fucking
that
YouTube
drums
that
there,
shit?
like yeah, like
Some sound better than YouTube. No, it's too
Well, Brother Elijah, what's your thoughts on, like, I know you like to sing. You're not a hardcore power goer such as the bros here. But any thoughts that you would share on something like of that matter?
I don't know. Like, I don't like to play in like to those kind of like politics, you know? Like, you know, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, you know? And you're gonna hate on it, but like at the end of the day, it's like what your effort is, you know, and what you want to do and what you want to put out in life, you know? And like if somebody's gonna hate on this, be like, you know, for whatever else, like, you know, that's on them, you know. I try not to let it like, you know, get into my life like that, to my daily stuff, I guess.
I'm gonna copyright all my songs now.
That's what you got to do.
Make everybody pay me.
But I've noticed, like, since we started this podcast, people know us. We're accessible, and we're not trying to do this to kind of dog on people or whatever they're trying to do. It's just, I noticed a lot more people are starting to feel some way about this topic of, you know, hey, singers, they want a kickback, you know, at least a fucking Indian taco, coffee, gas money.
I think as a singer, we're just tired of fucking getting the shit into the stick.
Yeah.
True.
That's basically it. Like, especially with like recording companies, like I'm gonna throw Canyon under the bus. We never got a bigger check than $70 for royalty, and we did 3 CDs with them.
For real?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
So just think about it that way, like, and all of our music's copyrighted to them. So any revenue that like YouTube or anything, that goes back to them. We don't ever see that.
Yeah.
So if you don't want your CEO dancing in your videos on YouTube in the background, come to Culture Stream.
Come to Culture Stream. Word. No, actually, going back to
But no, just kidding.
go back to the topic of like the app and stuff. So I've been reading on the mainstream music, such as like hip hop, all that. They're starting to get tired of the revenue stream from Spotify, Apple Music.
Because they're not getting shit, right?
They're not getting shit.
No.
And they're always trying to change the way that they're gonna pay out singer or pay out artists. But now, the way that Spotify and Apple Music work, let's say Tones was to drop his mixtape, and
when's he gonna drop that?
yeah, when's his flute mixtape?
Shit, flute mixtape.
But no, he drops his mixtape, and as a up and coming artist, if he doesn't get 1,000 streams in 1 month, then that automatically excludes him from getting any revenue whatsoever. And it's a place where you want to upload your music. You want to get out there. You want to find a new audience, a new fan base.
Better go to SoundCloud, bro.
People are going back to SoundCloud, but now this one artist, he's getting tired of how everything is, and he's kind of pretty much doing what I'm trying to do for Native American artists, but for mainstream artists. He's actually trying to create a streaming platform where people subscribe and they support artists. And let's say like the subscription is $5, but then if they want exclusive music, they got to pay for it. What if we could do that with drum groups? What if we could do that to copyright drum groups' music, native artists' music? Just something like that. Because I honestly think that's a badass idea. And
How much you paying us? Culture Stream.
How much do you guys want?
Well,
no.
Put them on the spot.
Honestly, okay, so here's the numbers here. Our native people, we're not a big population of more than, I don't know, would you say 2 million? Maybe less than 2 million?
It's about 2 million.
About 2 million. So that's a fraction of the 20, 30 billion people in the world.
There's that many people?
There's a shitload of people.
There's like 8 billion.
7 billion, 8
30
billion.
billion?
8 billion.
Yeah. So
Wait, 9 billion. No.
30. But JT said 30.
there's a shitload of people. So the thing about it, well, I can't math, all right? But the thing
Your
about
power
it, though-
math ain't fucking mathing up.
But the thing about it, though, is that with being that that's such a small population, so rather than paying like Spotify and Apple Music, which they pay, I think it's like 0.00056, way less than a penny per stream. I think being that there's not as many native artists, like we could do like 2 cents a stream. Because how many drum groups can you name off the top of your head? Would it be in the hundreds or would it be below?
Depends on if you were talking about drum groups that ain't around anymore.
I'm talking active.
Oh, active.
Probably about 30 active.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago active, 5 years ago active.
Well, even overall, it probably wouldn't be more than 200.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a small number that, yeah, we could do numbers like 2 cents a stream. And if I could use my calculator, I would calculate 0.00056 times a million streams, which would probably $5,000, right? No,
$5.
$5.
You said 0.00056.
Yeah, so something like that.
It's
Yeah,
like $5.
a million streams and you only get $5 for it. Is that right? Is that math sound right? Yeah. So do that, a million streams times 2 cents. That's 20,000, right?
No, it's
40,000, 50,000.
20,000. 20,000.
Error.
Motherfucker, we're singing is we're not fucking mathematicians.
That's why we stay in groups of 10.
A lot more easier to divide.
2,000 by 10 is 200. But what I'm saying, though, is that there's such a small amount of native artists and drum groups that the possibility of doing 2 cents per stream is a lot more likely than rather the way that Spotify and Apple Music do it, because a lot of their payouts come from subscription. And get a million streams like Taylor Swift. She got, 20 billion streams. And she only got like
20 billion? Not 30.
20 million streams. My bad. See? Don't talk to me about numbers. But no, she got all these streams, the most streams on any streaming platform, and she only got like 500,000 for it. Well, still a lot, but
Did you see Jeremy Cable's post?
which one? What did Jeremy say?
So it says, this is what he posted. This is how much YouTubers make off our videos. And it goes, content creators receive approximately 55% of the revenue generated on their channels, which means that for every $100 in advertisement spends, Google pays 55 to the creator on average. A YouTuber earns around 1 cent for each view, which amounts to, well, it's 0.01 8. So it's for each view, which amounts to $18 for every 1,000 views.
So who wins?
Because you think about it, some people fucking have like $400-500, 500 videos.
No. I guess it kind of goes back to the question, like, if that's your whole purpose of just recording drum groups, then yeah, you should kick back. But if your purpose is like just to go out and just record, just like, hey, you know what, there's a drum group singing, boom, I'm gonna upload it. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna record the dancers, boom, you upload that. But it's like your purpose isn't to go out and record just drum groups. Like it shouldn't be a problem. But I don't know, man. There's just people out there that have channels strictly dedicated to recording drum groups. And I think they should at least buy us a an Indian taco, hot dog,
Coffee,
something.
you know, something.
I mean, we're not asking for fucking $1 million.
It's just to be, you know, common courtesy if you're recording a drum group like that, you know. I mean, I remember a couple times I remember Lisa buying us coffees. I remember a couple times she did that.
Yeah, but
What I
like
mean.
she does, like you were just saying, like she records the dancers and then she records the drums. It's more of a hobby for her, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at it, some people just recorded drums.
Yeah.
And that's
Like what's that one drum hop recordings where they do little videos right before the drum groups take off.
all power times.
Yeah,
But he kind of does both too. He does the dancers and the drums.
Yeah.
But it's the whole point is like give the drums something, even if it's a freaking package of freaking halls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't be greedy.
hey, I'm recording you guys today. Here you guys go.
Yeah, that's more of having respect than just recording.
Yeah. I mean, that could ease the tension that's there. I know my guy Elijah back here, he has a YouTube channel. He kind of helped out record some powwows and drum groups. And him and I have had this discussion before. And, you know, from a person that's kind of, it's not your main source of income or.
Well, first of all, like, yo, definitely, yeah, recorded powwows and family specials and other things and events or whatever, you know. But, you know, me, like you said, like it's the hobby. Like it was fun, you know. But like it kind of got more like, for me, it got more like a more obsessive, like excessively obsessive with it for no reason, you know. But like I never like monetized my stuff either, though. I just like uploaded it and just let it be, you know. They still exist and stuff like that. But yeah, as far as like, you know, payment and stuff like that, like I can't think of a time that I did though, now that I think about it. But it wasn't like any kind of like special moments where it wasn't that though, you know? Like it wasn't like a personal song or whatever, or it was like mostly contests and maybe inner travels and such, you know?
So did you ever get paid for uploading video?
No, not for uploading a video, but like a family special, yeah, like family would want like their
Also, they like paid you to do a video and
yeah.
Well, that's different than monetizing off of your channel.
Yeah.
I mean, how many
You ever think about doing that?
Not really. Like for me, it just felt like it was just too much work. Like too much to like go to a spot and then set up and get it all out and then come back and worry about your batteries and uploading it to the computer and then wiping your SD card. And, you know, it was like a chore, more of a chore than enjoyment at some point, you know?
I want to give a shout out to the brother here. He actually did the Bearhead Sisters I'll Be Okay, the music video. He did the recording and the editing for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bearhead Sisters. They're doing the Junos at the Junos this weekend.
Yeah. And the behind the scenes too.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
I hope they put that out.
But yeah, I mean, Elijah's done some awesome work, and he I don't think I've seen you try to push out your YouTube video like how these other recording content creators are?
Yeah, I was definitely active like a few years ago, but then yeah, like I said, it just like wasn't adding up. It was just too much, you know.
You're crawling across the floor holding your camera
Grenades I was, man.
on your back.
On top of the bar, everything, man. Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on that though? I mean, being a person that kind of does film and things like that. Would
Like
you
we talked about the other day, then my bro Paul was talking about like, you know, that tall Paul. He's the one that introduced the idea to me, was that you know, like it's cool you want me to perform and, you know, have my services or whatever, but you just want to talk about it, you know, instead of payment, you want to talk about exposure, you know? And like, you know, versus actually getting compensated for your, you know, talents and stuff like that, you know? And so like for me, like I just let it exist, you know? I just upload it and just, that's it. I didn't, you know, click over to the, that wormhole of, you know, monetization or ads and, you know, it might even be like that or whatever, you know, all the ads and the videos or whatever. But like, I understand it now. Like when you guys like, you know, said this a couple times now, like it makes sense, you know, kind of maybe like rethink about like how I approach it now, you know, when I do, and if I do it, you know, actively, you know,
Yeah.
you know, it makes a lot of sense, you know, because without the drum, no powwow, and without that feeling, that spirit, you know, there's no like emotion out of it, you know, doesn't get you jazzed up and doesn't get you, you know, yeah. So I feel it. I definitely understand what you guys are saying for sure. In agreement for sure. Then, you know.
Oh, awesome. And like I said, it's a topic that's been coming up on the internet or the social medias. And actually, was it Leroy? It's like people saying singers with their asses hanging halfway out, nothing but fat. It's like, damn, tell us how you really feel.
Most of the singers that are fat are pretty crisp.
Yeah. And loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some pretty fat, crisp dudes like myself.
But yeah, what's another topic that we have on the list there, Tones?
That fucker on TikTok, it says.
He was incorporated with this one.
That's it.
But hey, we didn't get your thoughts on old boy, the one that's I guess he's giving away his regalia and his drum now.
Oh,
yeah,
fucking
no, you were here for that.
He
No,
made Jude cry.
Evel? Is that his name, Evel?
We weren't trying to say it.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that guy.
What's that about?
Oh,
this-
yeah, we'll let Tones tell you.
There's a dude on TikTok. His name is
Eval.
Stone Jr. But he was like there's some pretty good singers in the round dance circuit. Like in the wintertime, they have round dances up in Canada, and this dude was like saying that like these certain singers weren't as good as him, and he basically like used the ladder. Like he was at the top of the ladder, and then everybody is below him on the ladder, and kind of calling out like a bunch of good singers, like saying they
It's
weren't.
like a 3-step ladder.
Yeah, but he was saying like they weren't good and just kind of talking shit, and then it kind of blew up to where one of the bros confronted him and was like trying to put him in his place, and then he got pushed, and then he went on TikTok.
He barely moved.
Oh yeah, he really
He
moved.
barely-
Let's get that straight right now.
Yeah,
He
but
barely
he
moved.
like he got pushed. Then he went on TikTok looking for sympathy, and like literally he has a big following too. He has probably like 15,
fuck.
20,000
For
people,
real, man.
and they were like siding with him without even trying to hear the whole story.
Without even knowing what he did.
Yeah.
They only just seen him get pushed then, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that he posted the video where he got pushed, and it's
He's in his Drake vibes, huh?
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he was, but like nobody's even heard of him, like until
Until all this.
yeah, and then Yeah, I don't know. He kind of went viral with the power. Oh,
For about the past what? Well, he died down this week, but
well, he died down because he's trying to give his outfit away.
so yeah, he was viral there for about a good 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Everyone was, and then even me, I was like, why the fuck they giving him so much light, man? He's shining because of all you haters right now.
Yeah.
That's the real thing, man. I was like,
So if he finds out like any of the people on TikTok that sing with the drum group, like his followers will start like attacking the person that comments. Who's it? Big Will had a problem with him, right?
yeah, Big Will got in there.
Big Will said something, and all of a sudden, like he called out Big Will, and he said he knew you were from Young Bear or something, right?
Yeah, I messaged down there because he did a little video where he was dancing in his kitchen, and and his captions say, "Don't mind the face," because he got down low and he had like that struggling face on, And all I put was laughing emojis, like laughing faces, He said, "Oh, look at this old man trying to start some shit here. Like, aren't you Young Bear?" Like, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not old."
Yes, but I'm not
Yeah,
old.
fuck you.
Take that back.
Yeah, but I was laughing because I was like, "This little guy's fucking just starting shit." And then, but other comments too about other people, other singers, like even that one, there was a girl on there from Apollo, and he was like, he just fucking burned her hardcore, man. And she didn't even do nothing on the post, but she was like, "Holy fuck, what did I do?" So I think he's bipolar or something because seems like he lashes out.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing that's kind of going around too is how
Bipolarism.
No, like people are talking about like the women's backup in the circle now, like at the round dances and stuff. As just guys are having something to say about women's backup being there. So I don't know what that's about. But
I don't know. I'm not a backup singer, so
I don't know about that. Like,
can't talk on that one.
I believe it was Fawn that shared a post and that people were
like some person I don't know was
yeah,
commenting.
but if anybody could give us some insight on that, that'd be pretty cool to bring up on the next one.
Nah, let's stay away from it. It's a woman thing.
Yeah, that's true. Unless we bring a women's backup singer on here.
Bring your woman on. Okay,
Yeah, y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for that.
He's like, no, let's not go there.
I mean, we could.
She fucking cancel you right away.
I can't come on today, guys. Go ahead.
I love you, baby.
He's serious. He loves you.
His face is pretty serious. He loves
Yeah,
you.
he's looking at us, shaking his head, giving us those eyes. Shut the fuck up.
I had the love face. Zoe had
Fuck,
the
why y'all
the
red?
angry. I'm not red. Block out the camera.
Nestled along the shores of Lake Sacagawea, the MHA Nation Interpretive Center is the cultural hub of the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation.
Walk through our Living Cultural Center. View art exhibits by Native artists and attend amphitheater performances.
Be sure to check out the Midi Shibisha Blackwater Coffee Shop.
And find something new to love in the Oak Tree Gift Shop.
We invite you to come learn and enjoy doing so at the MHA Nation Interpretive Center.
1 mile west of Four Bears Casino in Newtown.
All right. We are back. We had to take a little break. But before we kind of ended, we wanted to talk about the Singers Draft. People have been asking. Singers are scared to ask, but they're like, hey, is it going down?
I'm not asking. I'm just asking.
I'm not asking. I just want to know if it's going down. So,
Why? Who asked you?
Jermaine Bell. But he said not to tell you guys.
Kelly Cable asked me to.
John David asked us on live. So.
Yeah. Kelly was like, but I'm not trying to see who's on the list.
But yes, the goal is October of 2025. And we kind of came up with a different format. We revamped the idea of opening it up to all singers who, what would you say?
Yeah, but after you guys talked about that part, then somebody said something like, well, what if Eval throws his name in and he gets picked? Like, then you're like, oh yeah, that does sound kind of fucked up. You know?
So you're trying to just take out Eval?
No, I mean, like, we want the best singers to be in there, and then what if these?
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, that's the whole purpose of opening it up to everybody, so everybody has a shot.
And so how would we open it up? Because I know you had 25, Northern. We all had 25 Northern. And then Zoe had majority of the Southern. It kind of became like a group thing where we all had our singers picked out, ready to go. But we realized that we did overlook a lot of other singers that were kind of deserved to be in this.
Like who?
Well, for example,
Me.
Ourselves? No, just kidding. But no, we wanted to, rather than having that just weigh on us and, people sitting there like, hey, well, did I get on? And it's just like, well, I don't know. It's like, well, fuck, I thought we were bros, to kind of eliminate that or whatever. We just wanted to open it up, and I don't know, I'll let Tones explain it because he brought this to light, and I think it's a good idea.
Well, if it makes anybody else feel better, none of you guys would make my list, so.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, shit.
So do we just keep it with a list, or we could go this way too, where we make each singer pay $200, and they're gonna at least make $400 if you make the list.
At least you're making $200 back.
Gonna walk away with something.
So you're getting your money back plus $2 at the lowest. But
then see, that's where it separates everybody too, because not everybody can pay the $200.
True.
And then there's people out there that can pay the $200. And we're gonna leave it open till, I think there was a deadline of,
it was like April of 2025.
Yeah.
Or not April, August. But going back to that, we could do it where we could open it up for payments. You know what I'm saying? Let's say somebody wants to be like, hey, I got 25 this one. Make payments like that.
No, I think they should just do a straight up 200.
That
Because then, if not, we're gonna have to keep track of. Well, this person only paid 25 now.
Then you'll be collecting.
Yeah.
So, hey man,
where's my money?
Yeah, your money's not here. You're not making a list. Well, I paid. Well, you didn't pay it all.
According to my records.
Yeah.
But also
according to my records, nobody paid at all.
But there's even also
there's a bunch of rings and diamonds on.
Yeah.
But there's also singers that are too humble to pay their own fee. You know what I'm saying? So what about the idea of a sponsor singer? Like, let's say you're like, hey, so-and-so, find a sponsor.
Crazier.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just making it something where everybody get involved. Or this is about singers, man. This is the side that nobody really appreciates. But I don't know, man. What's your thoughts on this, Jude?
Oh man, my mind's all over the place on it. Because we had it till we picked, and then I don't mind telling the friend, like, hey man, step it up if you want to be on the next list, But then also, they got all these big dogs that are on there, and then you're going to have these little minnows trying to swim in the big pond,
You get Eval.
No, he's giving
I'll pay for him.
He's giving his hand drum away, so we got to worry about him. But
you heard it.
Yep. He's a first entry.
First entry.
Sponsored by Zoe.
Yep. Sponsored by me.
I the whole purpose of that is because then that money would go back into the singer's pot too.
Yeah, and I know that part. It's
just like you're taking a gamble on
even being on the list, right?
Yes. So who's to say that maybe there's one no chance singer out there that bought their way in, but is singing with first place drum. You know what I mean?
How would you feel if you were there? You look and see everybody, and then you got some guys
Who's that? He's just sitting there all by himself
Just
all day.
Sitting there, like, no help.
No, but
Like,
it gives them that
fuck.
opportunity to freaking, sing with the top dogs for once in their life. You know what I mean? That's how I looked at it
Just
too.
the way you said it like that, it sounds crazy to me. Like,
is there
once
gonna
in their
be
life.
is there gonna be like a age limit?
Well,
Yeah,
Because like kids are like
18 and over.
yeah,
18
because
and
otherwise you can have like kids gonna try to get in there.
Yeah. I think we had a youth contest, didn't we?
Yeah, we
That was in the
thought
tops,
about
yeah.
thought about that, and then also a women's backup contest.
But getting back to the singers part, like, shit, I would want, if I was no chance, I would want a chance at singing with the top dogs. You know what I mean? Trust me, man. That's how we were as kids.
Yeah,
you look at
yeah.
it that way. Like we never got that chance to sit down with the older guys because we were too young. It was just, go on, go play. You know what I mean? You didn't like that feeling. You know what I mean? I didn't like that feeling, but give these other guys an opportunity to at least have that feeling that we didn't have, that opportunity to sing with somebody that they idolize versus where we had to sit back and watch. You know what I mean?
But you don't always want to meet your idols. That's JT.
Yeah, that's true too. But you gotta look at it though, like not everybody thinks the same either.
I mean, it's like I said, we're putting this out there for open discussion. I mean, the singers that we do have lined up are pretty badass. It's gonna be badass either way, but we want this to be more of an open thing where we want
everybody has a chance.
Everybody has a chance.
Yeah.
All singers.
That way it doesn't come back to like, shit, I thought we were bros. You didn't pick me. And then people are gonna be like, it's gonna create that animosity between you and the singing brother.
You and your friend.
Yeah.
And then on top of that is there's gonna be people out there be like, well, what makes you qualified to pick all these singers and things like that?
So we're the one that came up with the idea,
bitch.
But I'm like, my whole thing was just trying to give, even if there's somebody an opportunity.
I honestly don't think that the no chances will actually give it a try. But I mean,
I think
You
they'd
think
probably
so?
be the
You
first
think
ones
There's
to
a
pay.
couple. There's a couple I can think of that.
Yeah, they'd be like, where do I pay? Like, I want on that list. You know what I mean? But the thing is, like, we could have 300 singers sign up. You know what I mean?
And we did switch our drum groups we went 10 Northern to 8.
I think we went to 12. We stopped at 12.
Yeah, it was 12.
12
so
total.
8 Northern, 4 Southern.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, and this helps us also with I think the Southern side of it too, because I really don't know too many Southern singers, and to be honest, that's kind of the part that we had trouble with. But if do you guys feel like you deserve to be on that list? Hey, here's your chance, man. Pay that entry fee. What was it, 200?
Is that where we're gonna go with 200?
Yeah,
200?
Yeah.
I would say 200. I mean,
Really?
But see, that gives a person time from now till we close the deadline of, what'd you say, August?
yeah, August 2025.
Got a whole 2 power seasons.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you get
Save 200.
a shirt that says "Taking my chances in the singers draft." Just something. You're gonna get something back for it. We're not just gonna
Rolling
be
the dice.
yeah. We're not just gonna take your money and say "F y'all." But it's gonna be what do we do? The will and names.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be something like that. That's how we're gonna determine the 80 Northern and 40 Southern.
Well, it could change.
But it could change if we get 500 singers. Maybe we'll do 15 drums. Maybe we'll do 20. We'll see.
But we're gonna have to, if we're gonna do that, we have to slot so many. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one.
Then how do we pick?
Will and names.
Will and names.
Oh, who would get picked to be?
Or just put them in a bingo ball and just draw them out like that.
You got 200 bingo balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elijah, what do you think of that idea?
Sounds dope. I've heard it a couple times now, and I asked you about it, like just trying to understand it.
You're not on the list then.
He's like, shit.
Are you guys? So getting down to the contest part, you guys gonna have like like new song kind of stuff or like, yeah, okay, that's dope. That's gonna be fun.
Best
Yeah.
new song.
Best names,
Yeah.
best slaps.
I think what we had for the drum group name was on the Calcutta, right?
Oh yeah.
The person that buys the drum group at Calcutta can name the drum group.
Mm.
So it could be like maybe like a family from here bought them. They could use their family name, or like
yeah.
So you can name your kamikazes.
yeah.
Hey.
Oh, drum number 10, kamikazes.
Where are you guys gonna have it at?
We're planning for here because we have like the Calcutta. We're gonna have the draft, the Calcutta, and then what we're trying to do is get into the side bets are like the
Well, people are actually betting on drum groups nowadays at Palos. So if we could use that to
like sports betting.
Yeah.
at the casino over here, I think that would be dope. But I think the thing that I'm more excited for is the draft itself. Is having like the last pick jersey or whatever. It's kind of how they do in the making it fucking legit like NFL or NBA draft just for the singers. I think that'd be the shit, man. But yeah, we're planning on having it here.
At the Interpreter Center?
That's large.
I think we're trying to do the draft here though, right? Wasn't it?
I'm trying to do the draft and
It's too cold to be outside by then.
When is it?
October.
Oh,
But
Northern Lights.
do everything at the casino. Boom. Everybody be there. We wouldn't have to freaking travel outside.
True.
But yeah, these are just the plans that we're going with. Nothing's really set in stone. But we do want to hear back
Except for
from
Evelstone.
we do want to hear back from everybody just to kind of
Especially Evel.
get
Hit me
your
up,
get your
dog.
feedback.
Evel, hit me up.
I know Zoe's
TikTok, Zoe knows 91. I got you, bro. $200 on me. Yeah.
All right, he's our first entry, I guess.
fucking write his name down. I
Yep.
guess.
I'm down. Number one.
Number one.
Eval.
The king.
Zoe actually tried to get him on the podcast here. What did he tell you?
He was down. But you guys eat him out, fuckers.
Who's eat him up?
This guy
Yeah.
Oh.
should have had him.
So, anyways, back to the singers.
Are we done talking about your man now? But yeah, back to
You gonna let him talk to you like that? Okay.
Okay, so back to this
Well, let's
idea.
get your thought on it, June.
on what?
On either having them pay the entry or just because the way I looked at
Well,
it,
I mean, you guys made it sound a lot funner and you get a lot more money into the drums itself, into
Yeah.
the contest. So my only fear is a lot of guys ain't gonna want to pay the 200 because it's 200. But
That's my fear too.
I mean, if they do pay the 200, that's a lot of moolah to go towards the singing contest.
no, it's going towards the van.
It's going towards the PA system.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would like to see it with the if a crazy amount of singers entry, and then how many people are really gonna show up, and how many are we gonna
But we can
But,
open
I
it
mean-
up for a discussion too. Rather than 200, what would you say? Like a
I mean, even of course, it's probably gonna not really be that
I think-
much, but 200 sounds good. But I mean, like you said, they have a whole 2 years to get the money in there.
I'm
So-
saying payment plans.
But I think too, though, like I think we talked about it too, is like the 200 probably go towards a room for them too, right?
Yeah, I think
So like,
what it was gonna go back to the singers anyways. So it was,
yeah,
like I think we were gonna do like the last pick jersey or
Yeah.
something jacket, and then
ribbon shirt.
and then like back to the rooms because we're gonna end up if we do it. I know this new part of the casino is gonna be up
yeah.
by then, so we'll have rooms, but then we'll have to get a block of rooms or buy more rooms or whatever.
We'll be able to accommodate.
Yeah. But I think just getting the whole you could we could do either way. We could just pick singers and then have some of the bros mad at us, or we could just have them pay.
Take your chances.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, though?
What would you do?
What would you do, Zoe?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't pay. Like, I ain't good enough to do that.
Yeah, but you gotta look at it this way too, though. Like, you're not paying for your drum group. You're paying for yourself to be with a drum group. Who's to say you pay $200 and you're with the top drum group? You know what I mean?
What's the prize money that we said?
We're still on the.
I think it was
50, 40?
yeah, something like
Something
that.
like that.
Something where someone's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
So a chance to walk out with first place 40G or 4,000 individually. I mean, do you think you would take that chance?
Yeah, I would take that chance.
See, that's a
Be honest. I'd give it a shot. Like, shit, yeah. Because, should that be cool as fuck?
Well, let's make that then. Let's make that official so the money they can start putting money in now, if they want. But we just need somebody's card that it goes on to, and then they put the money in the bank account.
Put it in my fucking
Cash
app.
That would be the first. That way we can open it now. People are like, shit, here, and it'll be like a month time. We'll see how many names we get,
True.
Money sign, Tone Tones 89.
Especially when summertime comes, because once people start, get going, some people get on rolls. So they're just like, fuck us, pay right now. And then,
I just asked that they pay in full so I don't have to keep track of who paid $25 here, $25 there.
Yeah.
But it is negotiable to a payment plan.
No.
Depending on who you work with.
I think it just paid in full.
Yeah, just paid in full.
Because you're gonna make some money by the end of the summer.
You can save 200 bones, summer ease. $25 a weekend.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right
Then.
there.
So there it is. It's open right there, officially open right there.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That way we can start seeing we get names and drums, and that way the ball is rolling.
You could do you have PayPal? Any of you guys have PayPal?
Yeah.
I do, but my shit's locked.
Maybe you could do PayPal and I could do Cash App. And what's
I got
the other
Venmo.
one? You got Venmo?
Yep.
We'll put our information down. Somebody has PayPal, Cash App, Venmo.
I got hand to hand.
Other than that, they have questions though. Like, I know we're planning on trying to get shirts and stuff to sell this summer.
We can find
And
some like a
merch,
sponsor.
So we'll you know what I mean? They'll see us around. People see us around this summer to ask questions about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys think this is a good idea or a bad idea, just let us know your thoughts.
I'd say just open it up.
It is open officially.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Because that way we can start figuring out the draft part too. Because once what'd you say, August 2025?
Yep.
Is the end date?
End of August.
What's the actual date for that?
Let's pick a date right now.
I think we should go the second weekend in August.
After Little Show?
After Little Show?
Yeah, after Little Show.
What about after Shakopee?
What about the 30th?
No, because then we need a month. We need to draft or draw the names like about a month and a half before.
So August 16th or August 18th. August 18th, 2025.
Sweet job. It's a good
It's your
date.
birthday,
My
no?
birthday, yep. It's a good date, yep.
I
Okay,
remember
never
that.
mind. We'll do August. Just
thank
kidding. August 18th, 2025.
And then that leaves
Zoe already
about a
put
week.
in Evels. Did you get
No, not yet. But I think a week after that, we'll draw the names. After it closes, we'll finalize the list.
Then you can make the movie like how they did Woodstock. You can be the camera guy.
Hey.
we got a camera guy right
No,
here.
for real,
too.
like that's legit, man. Because like once we put this out there, like we need to do our own streaming.
Yeah, everything's gonna be
Like-
on Culture Stream too.
Yeah, we need to do our own streaming. We need to do our own freaking videos. Cause shit, man, that's how we're gonna generate revenue for the next year.
True. Gotta make sure Evo can cross first, though. But I'll have his money July 2025.
August 18th, 2025.
August 18th, 2025. When I find out he can cross.
Before I'm putting that down. But yeah, so that's the idea for the.
It's not an idea.
It's gonna happen.
Well, what is it then?
It's set in stone.
It's set in stone. No, don't say it, Zoe. Don't say it.
Eval Stone.
Eval Stone.
So are you really gonna pay for him?
After what we just watched? Fuck no. Nope. But if he wants to come, I'll fucking welcome him with open arms.
I think he should sponsor him. And then Jude can sponsor somebody, and I'll sponsor somebody, and JT can sponsor somebody.
Yeah.
And Elijah can sponsor somebody just because he's here.
Yeah. Are we sponsoring up and coming? Are we sponsoring?
Well, that's a good question.
I think that's for us to choose.
That's none of your damn business.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sponsor the best recorder.
Lisa Moose.
At least the moose.
Now everything's gonna be streamed on a Culture Stream, working with other companies, and just trying to make it a big ass event, man. Awesome event, one to be talked about for years.
Like the Woodstock for Native Americans.
Yeah. I think I think we should sponsor at least a singer.
I'm done. I'll sponsor someone.
That's a good idea.
You got to say who it is right now?
No.
Yep.
No. Yeah, I think so. I think we should. Yeah, I think you guys should just go with it right now. Let's go, JT.
Why do I got to go first? Go ahead, Zoe.
I already told you guys I'm picking.
Are you gonna?
Are
really-
you gonna for real stick with?
No, I'm not gonna.
Of
go.
all the things, all the singers out there, you're gonna go with Evil?
Nah.
Okay.
Are you gonna do a Southern or Northern?
Who's your favorite? One that's alive. Holy fuck. That you want to invite?
Sponsor a good
sponsor.
visiting singer.
Yeah.
I didn't know who I'll sponsor.
Okay, Golden.
Hendrix.
Ooh,
Tally.
Jimmy.
Yeah. Pooh. Hendrix Pally. Tally Quaptiwa. That's who I'll sponsor. Because I know he ain't gonna pay $200. So
All right, Jude.
that's who I'm gonna sponsor.
You go next. I'm still trying to think of a good one. It could be anybody, right?
Anybody?
Anybody.
All right, I'm going Rodney Stanger.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's who I'll fucking sponsor that guy.
Well,
was
write
fucking
it
right there.
down.
Pooh and Rodney.
Jude probably have yours, so go ahead.
Who? What's his last name?
Poo poo.
Poo poo.
You can just put
Poo poo.
Tally.
No, I put poo poo.
Poo Poo. All right. We want to know who Poo Poo is.
Poo-poo.
Rod.
Shout out to Pooh and Rod.
Stranger
you guys got a
Rod?
spot.
No, Stanger.
Oh,
Not
Stranger danger.
Okay.
ask him, did you ever give yourself to stranger?
Hey, but
Just
you know,
teasing, bro.
fuck, when we do it though, it'd be a dope time to just get knock out a whole bunch of podcasts too. Cause we all singers all over.
I'm gonna go. Who'd you say?
You already started. Go ahead.
All right. A good singer. Go ahead.
You already started, bro.
Who would you like to see, Elijah?
Elijah, you got a favorite singer? Power singer?
Favorite power singer?
Junior Merrick.
Alive.
Alive. Damn. You could have killed it with that one. I don't know if I should excuse myself, put some tobacco out. Or...
Look what you started, Tom.
Hey, think of one. So many out there.
Alive is Mr.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good
Sponsor,
one.
Mr. So, Mr. Baker, you are.
This is 2 minutes. You're sponsored.
You're sponsored by Elijah. Every guest that comes on the show is going to sponsor a singer.
You want to sponsor him for real?
Well, I'll sponsor Joe Rainey then.
Joe Rainey?
Yeah.
Hey, shout
Oh
out.
shit, there
Okay.
you go.
We got 2 years to
Yeah.
build up $200.
I hope.
Shout out to brother Joe Rainey. He's actually got a
shout out
tour.
Elijah for being a good sport.
Yeah,
guys.
Elijah, man.
Oh.
Shout out to Joe Rainey too. He's doing a tour overseas, right? Australia or something.
I seen him in Minneapolis at the Rounders,
Yeah, he's not overseas.
but he was.
No, he's he's gonna be doing a tour.
Oh.
Yeah, me, him.
What does he
and,
do? What is he kind of threw himself in it.
Elijah's going now that he's sponsoring him.
Yeah.
He does like
Rap? Or is he like a
he's electronic
producer?
power
Yeah, there you
electronic.
go.
Producer?
Power electronic.
Yeah, he works with
He's like
one
a Tribe Called Red, but way
Oh.
better.
Yeah.
So dope, man.
I don't think I've,
But no, it is dope though.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It is.
dope.
He actually
It's
takes
fucking cool as
recordings
fuck.
that he's done over the years and uses them into his music. And he actually plays the flute and sings live too. So we could have a flute battle with him.
I was
Really
gonna go
set
there,
yourself
man.
up.
Stop my-
I know.
yeah.
Alley-ooped himself.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Well, who's your damn singer?
Well, fuck
then?
you go first.
Oh, we got Poo Poo. And we got Rod.
Joe.
Yeah, poopy rod.
Poopy Rod. And Joey Rainey. Is he junior, right? No, fuck it. Just put Joe Rainey.
Joe Rainey.
Fuck, I don't know. That's a lot of good singers out there.
I got mine.
All right.
But go with yours.
Hurry up.
I'll
This guy ain't
sponsor,
got-
what's his name? Junior Ottawa.
Oh, that's a good one.
Damn. Ottawa.
Harvey Drever. That's mine. Everybody just got quiet. Hey, shout out to the legend, man.
I was gonna say
He's
I
still
don't
doing
think-
drum time.
I was gonna say I think he still has to ask. He asked for about 10,000.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Well, there's your first 5 singers.
This is your first five.
I'll sponsor 200, right? You said?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they got a sponsor. I was kidding.
So that's
Where's Zane?
That's already
Get Zane in here.
that's already 1,000 right there. See? That's how
That
it works,
easy,
man.
guys.
So now, who's our power staff? Zane, Adge.
Where's Edge?
Yeah, he's around here.
He's around here somewhere. Hiding.
What about Zane?
Meeting.
Oh.
POD meeting. Oh, shit.
With Dawson and
Dylan.
But yeah, so that is the revamped idea of the singers draft.
So who are the 5 we picked again?
so it's Poo Poo and Rodney Stanger, Joey Rainey, Junior Ottawa, and Harvey Drever.
That's
Those are
good.
your first 5 that are paid, sponsored.
Put it on the poster.
Yeah.
Whoever our guests want to sponsor, boom. But yeah, so that's the revamp of the idea of the singers draft. But now we're kind of getting it set in stone.
Yeah.
More details coming, and like we said, we'll keep you updated. But yeah, shout out to brother Elijah for being a good sport. We already gave him his round of applause, and
Again, yeah. Hey.
shout out to the late Kenny Merrick Jr. for being one of his favorite. He made a big impact on all our lives as a singer. So shout out, Mr. Gribber. But yeah, let's. Any final words?
Oh, we're done?
Well, is there any more topics?
I don't know.
Let me look.
Let me
I think the just basically when you put this episode, I'll put your PayPal, your Venmo, Cash App.
Then we will have dance contests too.
Yeah.
So all you dancers out there,
We got a dedicated podcast.
didn't
just
forget
for that
about
one.
you guys either, just so you guys know. because I think we've seen it before where people try to just have singing contests and it kind of just to practice this.
I think the whole thing though is like where the whole point of this is we're trying to focus on the drums though. Just
Individual
yeah.
singer.
Yeah, but I've been to like places where they did that and then it just the vibes just it's off.
Oh yeah.
Nobody shows up outside the drum groups, you know what I mean?
No.
Then it's kind of like, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Being a singer, the vibes of everything, and you're like, you can get, sometimes powwows could be a lot of money, and then it's dead, and it's like, fuck, it's a boring powwow. And sometimes you go to once like 10,000, and everybody shows up. It's like, fuck, man, that was a badass powwow, a lot of fun. So we want it to be fun for everybody. Mostly take care of our singers.
Word, because we're all singers here. If you don't know, better ask somebody.
So
Jude. Topics.
Hey, cut this guy off.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Jude, wait.
Fucking dick.
Well, the people said.
I don't even know. I pulled up. What are you about to say?
Oh, I forgot.
Well, I gotta get a question then. So, you know, all us guys have been singing, you know, for years and stuff. What's like your favorite or like the most memorable moment as a singer or powwow or culture kind of stuff like that, you know? Because like when I think of that, you know, I always think about, you know, at the table with my grandpa, you know, and like him kind of explaining things or songs or memories of this or that or something like that. What's the kind of most standout kind of those moments for you guys?
Well, for me personally, I remember the Veterans Powwow assistant. My dad, he'd always got asked to make songs for families and different veterans. So then that was the time when we would stay up. They'd be like, "Oh, can you make a song?" And like Friday night after the powwow, we're back there practicing the song till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and just being in that moment. And then when singing the next day is just like, no, it was a vibe. It was just something that, you know, I can't explain, but sharing a song there that he composed for a family and just how everybody reacted to it, it just makes you feel good.
That's dope.
But yeah, that's cool.
What was the question?
Yeah, like most like memorable.
Sorry.
Yeah, like most memorable like moment, like you know, like JTD kind of said
In singing?
Singing and
So mine was probably when my dad told me I was his favorite singer.
okay, I was really looking to like, damn, that's cool. My dad told me something. It was some kind of like key to the door kind of stuff, you know.
He said, "Don't tell Jude."
Yeah,
Jude is like, he told me that too.
Nah, I think for real, like probably like when all the old guys would come to the house, like to sing, you know, like just learning or even just sitting there listening to them talk about old songs or
It's not like that anymore.
yeah, like a long time ago, man. Like all the old guys would come over, like Grandpa Alex,
Grandpa Ivan.
yeah, Grandpa Ivan, Grandpa Leo. No, those old guys would come over, and then a lot of it was spoken in Hiraza too, so I didn't really know what they were talking about. But just to be in that vibe and that was probably one of the most memorables.
That's dope.
I can't think of anything.
Well, for me, probably I think for like every Southern singer, it's like sitting drum growing up, you know, especially like when you're back home or amongst your people, because, you know, kind of the luxury that we had growing up is it was so accessible, you know what I mean? Like getting to sit out there from being a, you know, boy, getting your way paid out there. So you're around all those old guys. He was this little tiny guy out there, you know?
Yeah.
And they'd teach you and you'd sit there and listen and learn a lot of things. So like for me, that's like now thinking back, I took it for granted, you know, just a kid. And just, sometimes shit kid don't want to listen or whatever. But I think now that I'm older, see like how lucky we are or we were, you know.
Still are a shit kid.
Yeah, still a shit kid though.
Got a lot of growing up to
Yeah.
do.
But yeah, I think like for me, like that's always been cool because like then you even from them you'll hear like I'm sure those old guys would talk about old guys to them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like you'd still get the same story, and then it's like that. I don't want to say brotherhood, but like that, you know, that closeness you kind of have with everybody out there.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, the camaraderie you have with everybody out there.
Not commodities.
But yeah, you know, with everybody out there, and you get to see kind of a side of everybody that nobody else gets to see.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
those what everybody says as a man, you don't really grow up, especially when you get around each other. It's kind of how we are. Don't take anything serious here. But yeah, that's for me. That's my thing that I'm always grateful
Jude?
for.
I can't really think. Honest, I mean,
I stunned him with my dad.
I mean, it was all memorable. I remember everything we did growing up, singing, who we sang with, who took us aside and talked to us. You know, I remember when I was younger. One memory that sticks with me was the late Lakota Claremont. I was singing with my dad and him, and he had the older guys in Crow. He had like, you know, Vern Garter, P. The announcer, he used to be from Rocky Boy. Remember Dad's buddy?
Corky.
Standing
Oh,
Rock.
Merle Tenda. All the old guys are all there, man.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. Like, Runs Above, Mike LaFramme boys. It was like an all-star crew. You know, we were sitting there and we were singing with them, and they were going over songs, and I kept changing the song on Dad. Like, what about this one? You know, and then Dad would sing it, and then there was Lakota. Claremont was sitting with us. There was a bunch of us, you know, and then Lakota, he's like, come on, come back here with me. So I'm sitting there, and he tells me, you know, when these old guys are, but that, it hit me different because I grew up singing with Dad and all those old guys, you know, so I was right in there with them,
Yeah.
you know. But then he took me aside, and he was like, you know, you're just young. You should let those older guys pick the songs, you know. You know, we just sit back and we help out the old guys. But in my head, I was like, shit, those are my uncles, you know, those are my bros, you know, because we grew up around the drum around them. So,
Yeah.
But I mean, I always remember that he took me aside, and nobody really did that to me. You know, nobody took me aside and corrected me that much because I already knew it all, you know. No, but you know, they no one really did that except for him. So I always remember that about him. Lakota Claremont there.
I was remember that time too when we set up. You guys set up in Crow, and I showed up late, and shit. We had that. What'd you guys go by?
Old style.
Yeah, old style. Shit, that gym group was like all like
Blackfoots.
Yeah, like there was what?
It was me.
Oh, there was me. I was leading them off all weekend.
It was you.
Yeah.
It was
But it was that was like freaking memorable because that was like getting to take the first lead for all those old guys and them having that trust in you. It's like,
and then they're bringing out those old jammers that they don't jam anymore, and they were, you know, going back and forth with all of them sitting there, you know.
Yeah. So I guess you could say I carried them all weekend.
But that's also a vibe, like when you're sitting around with the old timers and, you know, they don't have it like they used to. And then when they bring up the songs, and it's just like the spirit that they get from that song when it's just jamming again. Like, yeah, that felt like I remember singing with old man Bill Runs Above. He'd always come sit down with my grandpa in Mandaree, and he was like showing us those old word crow hops and stuff. And after he get done, it was just like, oh man, it sounded really good. It's just
you guys need to step it up. I was just kidding.
Back in my day, if I would have, but no, it's just singing does heal. Singing does, you know, give feelings of that make you just, I don't know, it just does something, man. That was a good question, man. Thank you for bringing that
Making
one
it
up.
serious around here.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thank you
So let's ask
for
you a question.
Ask me a question. Yeah, well then I got another one then.
all right then.
Kind of know, just piggybacking off of
Answers.
piggybacking off of Jude, what he just said, you know, kind of that kind of teaching moment, that kind of like aha moment. You know, what was for y'all, what was like the thing that kind of shaped you, that kind of moment where somebody like got after you, or, you know, sternly, or, you know, even gently, like what was that that teaching moment around, you know, singing and like that?
I don't know. When I was younger, I kind of taught a lot of people. Just kidding.
Yeah. I can see why Evil Stone gets it.
Fuckers learning from clones.
Yeah, you must like this podcast. No, just kidding.
No, I think I said it on one of the episodes. At the time I was probably 10, 11. And I've always been crisp, you know what I mean? But no.
Yeah.
But growing up, like I thought I was the shit, you know what I mean? And I said it on one of the episodes. Late Uncle Bill Runsabove was trying to correct me on how to lead. At the time, like my head was big, you know what I mean? Like I was big headed. I was like, fuck, you know, fucking tell me what to do, you know. But going back to it now, like I think that was one of the moments where it always stuck to me, you know what I mean? Like it was always that teaching of like how to do better, how to be better. I always take someone's corrective criticism and use it to your advantage. So like that, like I know it sounds crazy, but and I'm sure a lot of singers do it, but they'd be like, how did my lead sound? You know, and jokingly, one of the bros would be like, oh, kind of, this is all right, it wasn't that good.
Fucking weak.
But yeah, but you take that in your head and like, all right, my next lead's gonna sound better. You know, that's how it was. Like growing up, it was always that, all right, my next lead's gotta be better. My next lead's gotta be better. And it was same way with Jude. Like being brothers, we'd always ask each other, well, how did I sound? Or then he'd be like, well, you know, kind of weak. I know you could do better.
Good to see you guys practicing at home, just sitting across from each other, just trying to outblast each other, just going back and forth.
I'd have to try.
Dad said
He really has to try.
Dad said.
Dad said.
But I mean, like, you have somebody that can give you corrective criticism. Use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was my like teaching moment. Being young, I was going back to it. Like I always think about it when I sing. Like, then try to teach younger people like how not to be.
Yeah.
Don't be like Tones. Don't be cocky. Don't be big headed. Unless you can sound like him.
I was waiting for that. Just kidding.
I was after I lost my voice on puberty, I struggled for the longest time to find my voice, and I almost gave up. And there'd be times I'd be talking with Tones and my dad, you know, and then there's this little voice singing that I would do, and my dad would be like, "Shit, do that. That's all right. You sound all right like that. Sing like that." But in my mind, I was like, "Shit, I'm Randy Phelan's son, and I'm Tone's brother. I can't be sounding weak, you know." And honest, that's how I thought, because in my head, Tone was a crisp singer in my head too. So I was like, I don't want to be the weak link in my family, you know. And I was drinking, and I was sitting at the table, and we're playing cards, and I looked at my uncle Freddie Morissette, and he was sitting there with his wife and his woman at the time, I don't know, and he was sitting there, and I was like, "Shit, uncle, you know what can I do? What can I do to become a better singer? You know, to strengthen my voice?" And he looks at his woman and he says, should I tell him or do you want to tell him? And she said, I'll tell him. So she looked at me and she leaned across the table and she said, if you don't got it, you don't got it. And in my head, I was like, fuck that, man. I got it. So after that, I went and I fucking worked all year. From that time when they said that to all winter, I practiced hard. Every day I sang so like hard, like no voice left every day. Then that summer came around and we went to Lame Deer Powwow, and first time leading in literally like fucking 6-7 years, you know. And I came out with that lead, and my lead was crisp and high, but I was still in my finding of the stage of my voice, you know, so it wasn't much control. But even to break through into what I had, that's what got me there. And it was those words. And they weren't like the best words you can get, you know, but I still used those words as my fuel.
I think that was a fucking more of a push.
Yeah.
But it's still a good teaching though, because it made you work harder at it.
And put that thought in my head like, hey man.
Rather than look at the negative and focus on the negative, you took it and turned it into a positive.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do that. Some people have been like, well, you're right.
You know, just give up.
Give up. But I don't know, for natives are built different, man.
Yeah, you're right. I just quit singing.
So
I think one for me was I don't know if I shared this one already, but it's kind of went to this powwow, tri-state powwow, Fargo, Moorhead area. That was 3 colleges. They all put together a little college powwow. And we went there, we set up the drum, and they opened up their athletic facility for anybody that just wanted to come and powwow. Like, you can go there, play basketball and stuff. So we went over there, we played ball, we registered, set up the drum. We went and played ball. And my dad was MC, and it was about supper break. We were like, oh shit, we got to get back. So we went back, and my dad, he said, hey, boys, come here. I want to talk to you guys. And my late uncle Philip Wright, he was standing there, and he used to sing with the Porcupine Singers. So him and my dad, they were pretty close. But when he came up and he kind of looked at my dad, looked at him, he was like, go ahead. And my uncle Philip, he's like, where the hell were you boys at? Where it's like, when we were playing ball. Did you come here to sing or did you come here to play ball? It's like, we came to sing. He's like, you know, they called on this drum 2 times. Nobody answered. And this drum was here all by itself. Where the hell were you guys? And you were about 15, 16. We're just like, well, you know, we just wanted to play ball, and, you know, it's kind of trying to explain ourselves and stuff. And then he was just like, nope. He's like, you see that group over there? It's a group of little kids. He's like, none of them have left that drum. And he's like, and their teacher has sat there the whole time. He was like, I want you guys to either put your drum away or go give it to them if you guys aren't going to sing. And I was just like, oh. So we kind of started apologizing. And he's like, no, we'll sing. We'll sing. And he's like, and from now on, every time you sit at this drum, you stay here. He's like, if you go get something to drink, eat, you come back. And if you're out trying to snag and meet a girl, you bring her back here and have her sit by this drum if she really cares. Like, all right, you know? So then we're sitting there like, all right, well, you know, we'll set up. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna sit right beside you guys so you guys' asses will be here at this drum. And ever since then, every time we sat at the drum, like, it's hard to leave. Like,
sure, right. So you walk around all the time.
yeah. What if it's not my drum? No, just kidding. But no, that's just it. It's just, that's something that sticks with me because it's just like, yeah, the drum takes care of you. You got to take care of the drum. And that's why in Fort Berthold area, when people see a drum sitting by itself, people will go and grab it and make you pay to get it back, because we hold our drums to a standard because they do a lot for us and we should take care of them. And ever since my uncle kind of ever since he corrected us guys in that way, it's kind of been my MO just to sit there at the drum, and it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, man, my legs hurt from sitting down so much. But yeah, that's kind of my memorable teaching moment, I guess.
What about you?
Well, back in my day, I don't know. I ain't got no cool story like you guys. My thing though, I think one thing I guess is kind of just keep it going. Like just being, let's remember being little and nobody ever like pushed me away that I can remember sitting back, sitting a drum. And then, like today, even today, there's still kids that come around and like even like getting like not so much discipline, but teachings, I guess. Like you know, sometimes it'd be stern talking to. Someone would come at you stern, you just kind of learn how to take it. And then some people kind of a little bit more not soft, but more
It's
soft spoken, you know what I mean? More
Soft.
soft spoken to you, but not enough to like try to push. No one tried to do enough to like really push you away. It was more like, hey, get on to you, then tell you why they would get on to you or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But just making sure like shout out Niall Sheridan, bro, like he's always with those little kids back home singing with them.
Yeah.
Like that's cool. Like so like for me it's always been like if someone young is interested, like help them out. You know what I mean? Tell them what you know. You don't know everything, but just that little bit of encouragement just keeps it going. Cause like I said, like that drum is the most important thing out of the whole entire power that we have is that drum. You know, comes before all those dancers or whatever it may be, or whoever thinks they're in charge, put that drum kind of top priority over everything.
Yeah.
And so to help keep it going, you have to help these kids, like, you know, keep encouraging them. So for me, that's always been my big thing. Cause sometimes kids will come around. You've been there, you know, powwows, kids will show up and they'll just sit down and they'll just talk to you about whatever and ask all kinds of questions. So I always try to make sure to make time. I think that's my thing is just make time for the future. Cause now people are kind of looking at people our age, like for answers and like, holy shit, never thought it'd be that day where people would be asking us questions. You know, I always think that's like kind of a trip sometimes.
Being the youngest here, I know it's a lot of pressure.
Fuckers pushing 40.
And so you're the youngest, right?
No,
You are.
Look at this guy.
This guy's younger than me.
Oh, you are the youngest.
Like a year or two, I think.
He's the baby.
How old are you, Elijah?
34.
Oh, fuck, you're old over there, bro.
Don't put this on
Hey,
me.
you're the oldest.
I'm the oldest of this crew here.
Still get no respect.
When's your birthday, Elijah?
Right?
November.
Oh shit, I'm
38.
older than you too.
Are you older than him?
38.
Yeah.
36.
34? 35?
Shut up, you
No.
fucking liar.
You'll be
39.
35?
September.
Oh,
That's
you
right
are
now.
39. Okay, I'm gonna be 38 this year.
Damn, you're old. Just kidding.
Well, awesome questions, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I got another one then.
All right.
yeah. Let's do one more.
So just one more then. So, you know, in the spirit of that too, you know what Zoe was saying, you know, because take care of these boys, you know, Tristan and Oscar, you know, and sometimes, you know, they can have questions about this and that, you know. So say like, you know, us guys are getting older, you know, so say those, you know, those kids or whatever, you know, Jude, you know, facilitates, you know, drum practice, drum group over there, you know. What is like one of the things, you know, you say, push, or try to explain and get across to somebody younger, like a rule or that other, not so much a teaching, but like a rule, like something that like is fundamental in singing and drumming and stuff like that.
Jeez. Drum's the most important thing
Yep.
out of everything.
Out of like respect and you know what I mean.
But taking care of that drum's the most important thing. You can't just throw them in the back of the car and just leave them there for days on end, or can't just do whatever, you know. Because some people are more strict. Don't reach across it. Don't smoke. Some people, I've seen people say don't smoke around it. But there, I mean, there's different teachings for everybody. Like for me, like one thing for me is like I was always told like don't, you know, some people sing and then it's like Southern drums will do it a lot because our drums hang, you know, and they'll get done singing and then they'll lay their sticks on the drum, you know. And to me, I've always taught you don't do that. Like you wouldn't lay on Grandpa or throw something on Grandpa. Say, I always take it, put my stick underneath the drum, you know, or underneath my chair or whatever it may be. But that's like number one rule would be taking care of that drum over anything because it could take you, you know, it took all of us in here everywhere. Just places we never thought we'd
Actually,
we'd
my
see.
vehicle took me everywhere.
Well, I mean, shit, Grandpa helped Jude get home one time.
Yeah.
So
Last podcast.
last podcast helped him get home. So
Take the money out that guy.
but I think out of everything is the importance of that drum and kind of it's fun and it's a fun time, but also it's kind of serious too. And we kind of take it for granted. And sometimes it gets lost. And I feel like with some people, but there's still always that main after everything that happened or whatever goes on, it all boils down to how you respect your drum and how you are around it. So I think that'd be like my number one.
I think
teaching.
number one teaching is I think a lot of people can agree on it. Is no, I'm being serious. Is and you hear it all the time, like take care of the drum, it'll take care of you. That's basically the number one teaching that I think a lot of singers grew up with.
This is what Zoe was saying.
Yeah. That's it for me.
Yeah. Jude?
Fucking sing hard.
Yeah, that too. No, for real.
Sing hard. Don't sing quiet because you gotta hit that drum. They gotta hear you over that drum. So sing hard.
I didn't have to sing hard.
That's the one thing I tell them all the time because, of course, they're young. They're starting out, and in order to build your voice, you have to like a muscle. You have to strain it till it's weak, and then it'll rebuild stronger. And do that nonstop. That's the one thing I tell those little guys is, if you guys really want to be the best, you have to put in the time to do it.
Yeah.
You guys really want to be loud, and because they have all the singers, they pull up all the videos they watch all the time, and I say, you want to be like that guy, you gotta practice, you gotta push your voice to the limits. And I'm pretty happy with what I've been teaching them because they're gonna. I say in 1 year's time they'll be the next upcoming drum group.
Hell yeah!
Because they're the little blasters on them. So
what segment singers?
They go by Warriors.
The Warriors. Badass.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Tink, tink, tink. I think for me,
but yeah. Anyways, I was thinking.
Not just kind of goes with what all the bros are saying here. Is respect for the drum, respect for yourselves, respect for your elders, respect for everybody around you, because the drum is going to take you places. Your singing is going to take you to another level, but it's those that are guiding you that will help you get stronger, become a better person. We have enough people that have bad attitudes as singers. We have enough people that use this lifestyle as a way to get what they want and that don't have respect for it. And I'm not trying to dog out anybody personally. It's just something that I see.
Who is it?
But no, I mean, it's like that, unfortunately. And sometimes myself, I've sang for, it was just like, oh, well, I need to make some money, but it never worked out. But it's just having respect for, like I said, the drum, yourself, your singers, your teachers, everybody. That's the number one thing for me is it'll keep you humble. It'll keep you open, willing to learn, willing to listen to people. Because, yeah, there's up and coming singers that don't listen to anybody. There's up and coming singers that just want to step on top of the ladder.
Yeah.
So it's just we have enough of those already. You know, we just got to teach our younger ones to have that respect, to be humble and just be open. But yeah, for me, that's what it is. I wanna give
Strong number 2 though, with everybody else, is learn your songs first. Where you're from, learn your songs where you're from first before you try to learn anything else. To me, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, because especially here, you guys got so many songs. You know, like I'm back home, the same thing. It's learn your songs first where you're from, then you can start to. Because it's gonna be important eventually. Because they might not, you know, at least they'll know it. Like, oh, I've heard that song before.
Carry it on.
Yeah, because eventually they're gonna get older and they'll be like, hey, can you pick them and you sing War Bonnet songs or parade songs? And one day nobody might not know it, but they might know it. You know, not saying that's gonna happen, but just an example what could happen.
What was it? Skip.
Well, if someone get off their phone over there and pay attention.
Sorry, Aaron Abbey was messaging me.
This
He
guy.
wanted me to freaking ask why you're so dark.
That's
what he said.
I want to give a shout out to
He said,
Tristan.
ask Zoe why he's so dark.
Well, he wanted stories about Lost Bridge, but I told him it was just him out there buck. Oh, everybody just sees his teeth in his eyes.
Went from Bigfoot to Giant Shadow. Hey.
Oh.
I want to give a shout out to what's his name, Tristan.
Oh yeah, Tristan.
Hey, he's a big fan of the podcast too, man.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yo.
man, guys, watch how you guys talk. Little guys are listening to you.
You're the one that came out cussing earlier.
I know, just went all out.
I'm a veteran. Hey, I'm a veteran.
Oh,
Can
all
do
right,
that.
yeah, my bad.
You guys respect me.
All right, my bad.
All right, take your hat off when you talk to me.
All right.
Did you kill anybody?
Can't talk about that.
I don't want to hear it.
Fucking bad. Should you kill anybody?
Well, I think this is the part that we don't like to do here.
All right, let's go. Get it over with.
Hurry up.
Hurry, pull that Band-Aid off.
Yeah, fuck.
Well,
Final remarks. Tones.
Why me, motherfucker? Go with Jude.
All right, Jude, closing remarks.
Later.
Hey, that was a good one. Zoe.
see ya.
Adios.
Elijah.
No, it's funny. Came to just come to BS and have some lunch and a coffee and
First guy on the casting couch.
hot seat.
Broke it in.
Man.
That's
cool.
cool. Clothes on though.
No, it's cool. I appreciate the conversation and all that, the laughs too, and I think it's cool what you guys are doing. You know, it's like mostly you kind of see all the fanciness of like the beadworks and all that kind of stuff, and the story, like a dancer's story. You know what I mean? Or like a singer story. There's a lot of history in it too. Just from MHA here, specifically, and it was cool to hear guys' perspective and you guys' guests that you guys bring on too. It's fun. Yeah, appreciate it. And, yeah,
All right, let's close it up. What about you, JT?
Well, thank you guys. I just want to give a shout out to Elijah for being on and his questions, and shout out to everybody out there. And give us the feedback on the
What's your
revamp
PayPal?
idea. PayPal is Culture Stream LLC. Culture with a K.
Venmo, L Stabler, LSTABLER.
Cash App. Money sign Tones 89.
Tonesies.
Tonesies.
Hand to hand, you meet me. Give me the money.
All right. Adios. We'll see you on the next one.
Oh.